Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everyone watching around the world, potentially, even if you're in Aruba. Anywhere you have access to YouTube, you can watch the BSR League here on the BSR League channel. Today we're at Texas Motor Speedway, Colin. And you've had great luck at this track this week. I've heard a lot of people have had good luck at this track this week. You know, it used to be one of the races that no one liked because the track was just really meh. But you know, now I really feel like it's gotten to a point where the racing is actually kind of good because of how old the surface is, and now it just drives sketchy. So
Yeah, I feel like, and thank you guys for joining us here tonight. We're going to do a little Texas two-step here at the virtual Texas Motor Speedway. Yeah, but you have two basically different ends of this racetrack. The first corner is down to 17 degrees of banking. You have to use brake in order to make it to the bottom, that white line that wraps the bottoms of 1 and 2. Then you're just basically wide open down the backstretch, and basically you're lifting off in 3 and 4, letting the car set, and then you're powering through. You're on the throttle a lot more than you think you are, and this is going to be a very interesting fight. But it's going to be a fight for the bottom for 134 laps.
134 laps here at Texas Motor Speedway should be an absolute should be an absolute treat of a race. Now, who's your favorite to win this race, Colin?
You know, Nick Godsey was fastest in practice, but Shane Parrish, your pole sitter with a 28.912, he has a lot of oval experience, so I'm going to take Shane Parrish, but I wouldn't count out some guys who are very fast in the back. Paul Danino was the slowest car who took time. Shane Paul, also P11. You have Isaac Treese and a P7. You have Billy Brickley, who's shown dominance at our last mile and a half when we went to Kansas Speedway. He was pretty quick, so there's a lot of guys who could possibly come from the back of the field to make this race interesting.
Well, yeah, I think I'm going to go with a little bit. I think I'm going to go with some underdogs today. I really think that Nick Godsey could show out today, as well as Roland Collette in that number 9 car. And we're coming to the start, boys. Let's get ready. And they drop the green flag. Shane Parrish is going to lead them off with Nick Godsey side by side with him. Roger Shelton, a surprising third-place entry, running on the bottom right now as he comes into one. He'll slide up just a little bit, get really tight there.
See, that was one of the problems in practice. We have a cool track temperature. These guys aren't used to that track temp right now, 91 degrees. In the races this week, we've seen upper 90s, low 100s, but that wind is also pushing across turn 2, so these guys are getting a lot tight. We saw Shane Parrish get tight, but he's fighting back on the bottom against Nick Godsey.
Nick Godsey and Shane Parrish really have taken a huge lead over the rest of this field. I mean, Godsey had the lead for just a split second until Shane Parrish got it back. Let's see how Godsey tries to react here and tries to get the lead back from Shane Parrish. I think we could see another. I think we really could see bit of a 1-2, a bit of a like back and forth 1-2 between these guys. Lap 3 now, 134 laps. Shane Parrish now stepping out to a bit of a comfortable lead. Again, I want to focus on. I think Collette looks like he's been pretty consistent all throughout the league since its inception. He's been really fast. But really, who I'm looking for and who I'm excited for is that 00 car of Billy Brickley. I think that he has been on the cusp of a surprise win multiple times here, especially at Kansas, till he spun out going into pit row, which effectively ended his race. He still battled back for a P3 finish, but just had nothing left for Trevor Baxter and Alan Duggar at the end. I do think that we could see him come out pretty hard on top today, though. He's just got to make sure that everything goes right, make sure the setup's there for him, make sure that he stays out of trouble and minimizes mistakes. As you see, he hits the apron there as he's trying to go after the number 9 car, Roland Collette.
Yeah, hitting an apron, it shoots you straight to the track. And one of the things about this Texas track is dirty air is going to be a key. But Brickley already up 3 spots from where he started, working lap 5 of this race, putting down some pretty good lap times early in the run. Hopefully he's saving his tires for later in the run. Texas is known for long green flag runs, so if he takes care of his stuff now, we could see him towards the front as he's working his way on the back bumper of Roland Collette.
Bit of a surprise here right now in third place. We have Roger Shelton. running really well to start this race out. You know, I would not have expected him to be up in the top 3 based on his performance in the previous races, but he's been doing really well this race so far. Remains to be seen on how he's going to be able to hold off the hard-charging Billy Brickley, and as we can see now, Brickley's gotten on the inside of that 9 car of Roland Collette, and he's trying to take away P4 and then go after that number 42. And speaking of that number 42 car, he is a sponsor of this race. Tint Solutions, window tint, based out of Greenville, South Carolina. If you are ever in the area and need some window tint done, please contact Roger Shelton. I'm sure he'd be very happy to oblige, as he is now trying to play defense on Billy Brickley for 3rd place.
Yeah, Brickley's putting out some lap times last time by running a 29.823 to Roger Shelton, just a couple tenths faster than Roger Shelton. He looks like he is trying to make his way up, but currently your fastest one on track, Paul Zeno, running in P11 right now. Currently your fastest one on the track, but right now everyone seems to be single file, trying to fight for the bottom. As you see Nicholas Godsey running a little bit, trying to get his left side of his car out in clean air to help his car turn. But Texas, these 3 and 4, this turns 3 and 4 is a lot different than how you drive turns 1 and 2. It's a lot more wide open, a lot more power, as we see Roger Shelton try to fight for 3rd place, but Billy Brickley is right there.
Yeah, Brickley now trying to make an attack on Roger Shelton. Shelton barely able to hold on, and now he's in a position where he has to play both offense and defense, deciding where to go exactly with Nick Godsey now trying to run the top, maybe even run the bottom as he did on that last turn, trying to get clean air to pass Shane Parrish. So now Shelton's got his hands full with Billy Brickley and trying to figure out where the hell Godsey's going to go.
Yeah. As we see Godsey get pushed tight, exit of 2. Brickley also pushing tight, exit of 2. He's going to fall back in line. Roland Collette also there to take advantage of that mistake, but it doesn't seem like Collette has the speed to catch up with Brickley, as this, it's sort of slinky back and forth. They get so close together, then they get spread out, then they get so close again, working lap 11 so far of 134. And so far the times, Shane Parrish's fastest time is 29.3. Last time by 30.1. Already we're seeing extreme tire fall off. I know in my race, Elliott, earlier this week, I did about 50 laps on my tires, and I was down in the 30s for wear percentage. So these tires do wear quick, and once they wear, depending on how your car is, if you're wearing that right front more, that long run speed won't be there. But if you're wearing that right rear, you got to be a little careful on the throttle. We see Billy Brickley take 3rd place, and we see Nick Godsey fight on the outside of Shane Parrish, but Nick Godsey gets in the gray stuff. He gets a little loose, and he has to settle back in 2nd place.
Yeah, still Billy Brickley unable to take P3 away from Roger Shelton. Shelton is fighting back with everything he has, and now Collette sees an opportunity to take Brickley on the inside, and Brickley's going to fall back to 5th place. That's an interesting chain of events there. And look who's right behind Billy Brickley. It's the number 68 of Chris Webb, also a sponsor of this race.
That's not Joe
and
Francis,
this league.
That's Chris Webb.
That is Chris Webb in the number 68, changing up his paint scheme with a Joe paint scheme. I assume for Joe Francis. I didn't get an opportunity, sadly, to ask him what his paint scheme was for, but it looks like it's sponsored by Plumbers by Joe. He's going to take Brickley on the inside, and he's now going to we got a big train going on with Isaac Treese now throwing in his chips to see what he can do here.
I wonder what's going on with Brickley. With the past 2 laps, we've seen him fall from.
Oh, I think he's got damage. You can see that right side of that car punched in a little bit. He's got wheel damage. I think he might have hit the wall, and we didn't catch it. Unfortunate for the 00, but not too late for him to get back into this race. Chris Webb really starting to make moves right now, trying to pass Roland Collette on the outside, and that's a staple of Chris Webb. At every single track you expect to run low, Chris Webb will find a way to run high. It's just the way that he does things. And he's going to knock the wall down while doing it as well. It's 2 sponsors now fighting for 3rd place.
Yeah, but Chris Webb making on that outside line, it's not something that you see a lot here at Texas. You like to be on the bottom, but he has momentum. coming off turn 4, fighting for third place, going
And
past Roger
I
Shelton.
love watching Chris Webb race, and we got a caution that's out now. Let's go and see what happened. Looks like Shane Paul had an issue. May have just gotten loose on the outside of Mahalchek. He's going to spin it, and he can't save it. But doesn't look like there's going to be any... he's fine. I think. Maybe. He's good. He's okay.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a spin out. He's going to go down and change some tires and get some fresh rubber on that. So first caution coming out on lap 15 here in the BSR League race at Texas. It looks like Chris Webb took the third place spot away from Roger Shelton. So the first battle of the sponsors goes to Chris Webb today. And Chris Webb now going to be in third place behind Nick Godsey and Shane Parrish. I'm interested in seeing how this restart's going to go. And we can see Alan Duggar, even though he's at a concert, or he maybe is at a I don't know if he's at a concert currently, but he certainly either went to a concert today or is going to a concert today with his daughter. He is currently in the chat. He said he told Nick that he was going to win today, and I don't think that's far-fetched. I think that Nick is an underdog to Shane Parrish, but you know, underdogs have always had a way of finding their finding victory lane here and there. We see that in NASCAR a lot. It looks like Chris Webb is not going to take tires, and neither is Roger Shelton. Barely missed the commitment line, and Billy Brickley's going to go down, assuming he'll fix damage as much as he can on this pit stop and try and get back into the race. Good thing about this track is that we probably will see some cautions, just because of how sketchy it is, how you could just get loose at a moment's notice. I mean, recently I've really started to enjoy the real life racing of this race, Colin. Last year I was really entertained by it, even though my driver did wreck. Just got up into the bad stuff later on, almost at the end of the race. But you know, just I'm excited for the race on Sunday. Honestly, I think it'll be a good one.
Oh yeah, and if you want to hear more about how Texas became this way, I did my article on FrenchStretch.com about it. The history of why Texas is this sort of configuration. And by the way, it comes back to rain and how the track absorbed rain back in the day, and that's why it was reconfigured. Eddie Gossage, the former track president, now he has since passed away since then, but he said the track acted like a sponge. And, you know, they left 3 and 4 alone. They left 1 and 2. They added about 20 feet of width to 1 and 2, but also decreased the banking, thinking that more side-by-side passing could happen with using the brakes. It took a little bit. It took a little bit figuring out. Remember the PJ1 days here at Texas Motor Speedway a couple of years ago? That wasn't necessarily the best time to be Texas. That's the reason why IndyCar left Texas Motor Speedway.
That's why that's why kart never took off too, because of Texas.
Yeah. So I mean, if you think about it, it's weird. Texas used to have 2 dates on the NASCAR calendar when we were kids, and now that track North Wilkesboro, which lost its date because of Texas Motor Speedway, has its date back from Texas Motor Speedway. So it's all funny how things come full circle in the sport of auto racing.
You know, I think it's going to be a bit different this year. I really think that that Texas has the shoes on the other foot, because for the longest time everyone's like, North Wilkesboro has better racing. I think in this Gen 7 car, we're going to see with the changed short track package, but I really do feel as if Texas Motor Speedway is going to have the superior racing, to North Wilkesboro. I still think it's cool that we've gone back to North Wilkesboro. I mean, when I got introduced to North Wilkesboro, it was actually one of the Top Gear USA specials. Back when Clarkson, Hammond, and May were at the BBC working with Top Gear, and they did a special where they just drove all around like the eastern United States, and they did a part on North Wilkesboro Speedway. And that's where I became familiar with North Wilkesboro, and I was so excited to see it back on the schedule. But As the flag goes green again.
Roger Shelton did not get a great start on that restart. Shane Parrish getting out to a really good jump, healthy jump, but Shane Parrish and Nick Godsey and Chris Webb fighting side by side. But, you know, with the tire fall off we've seen so far, Billy Brickley, unfortunately, lost a huge end of the stick. I mean, he had to get some damage fixed, but within the 20 laps, we saw about a second of fall off. Do you think that Brickley, Gus Otero, Danilo, Hugh Brown will take advantage of the fresh tires and make their way to the front?
Maybe. I mean, dirty air always is a factor. And there's really only one real racing lane that people like to run unless you're psychotic like Chris Webb, who's right now in second place, doing his very best to catch Shane Parrish. I mean, great job by Chris Webb in that number 68, but I think we could see a little bit of position changes. I don't see them coming up all the way to the front and taking the lead away from a Shane Parrish, a Nick Godsey, or a Chris Webb at this point. But I do see the new tires having some sort of advantage, although I do think that Brickley's strategy was to try and get damage fixed, and he's going to hope for another quick caution here soon. Godsey coming now on the back of Chris Webb.
And unfortunately, Shane Paul, single car accident, didn't hit anything, but he has DNF'd from the session. Unfortunate day for him. He's had a couple rough weeks so far, as we see Ed Ryan almost get into Isaac Treese. Treese had to go up the track. Looks like he saved it, but looks like Parrish, Webb, and Godsey have sort of checked themselves off from the rest of the field right now. It's just a three-way battle for first place.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more of a battle for second place here as Nick Godsey tries to look on the inside of Chris Webb. Remember, that low line is where Godsey likes to run. That high line is where Webb likes to run. Even though Webb is running on that bottom, trying to take that line away from Nick Godsey, he's still going to be stuck behind that wake of Shane Parrish. I think that Parrish, he's just got a lot of speed today, and he's doing really, really well.
And for Parrish, he needs to sort of step into the moment. As we know, Alan Duggar, who has won 3 races so far in the BSR Cup Series League, he's off today. He took his provisional. So for Shane Parrish, he won the pole. That's a point. He led a lap. That's a point. If he walks away leading the most laps, which so far he's led all 24 laps today, doesn't look like anything's stopping him anytime soon. And if he wins this race, according to my math, which isn't a strong suit, he'll walk away with a 1-point lead heading into Watkins Glen.
I still think you could pass my algebra class for me, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm terrible at it. But no, yeah, we could see right now as we kind of just ease into, we're at the point where we're starting to ease into the race a little bit. And as soon as I say that, Nick Godsey gets a nose right underneath Chris Webb and is going to try and take the position away. Godsey really trying to get that first place. I think he's trying to take Duggar's words to heart, win this race. I certainly think that he has the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, Chris Webb getting the high side advantage, getting the momentum down the back straightaway. He's starting to slip into third place, but Shane Parrish has been solid so far today, as pretty much the entire field trying to find a battle for you guys, but everyone is single file so far.
I think at this point right now, it's just time to save tires, relax a little bit, take a position where you can, and just kind of settle in for the long run. In my eyes, that's just kind of the best way to go about it. I mean, you can see Ed Ryan hitting the wall just a little bit. Your goal is to kind of try and keep it off the wall. Just kind of relax, go through this race. They only have 3 sets of tires. That's something that BSR League is famous for, is giving its drivers not too many sets of tires. So you really have to work out your strategy, and you have to be extremely careful. Risks don't always pay off, and risk versus reward. The reward can be high, but the risk is that you fall all the way to last place, like Trevor Baxter did that one week, or Pacey Wignett did in the race that we broadcasted for Door to Door. Tire gambles don't always pay off.
And pit strategy is going to be an interesting thing here. You can go about 60 laps on a tank of fuel. Right now, we're working lap 28, so 28 laps complete, working lap 29. If you're Hugh Brown or Paul Zunino, Gus Otero, Brickley, you're already 17 laps into this run. You can go about 11 laps further than everyone else in front of you. Does that throw into the games as well? Who is going to pit first? And does that force everyone else on pit road? But if you're Gus Otero, De Niro, Brickley, you're already kind of behind the 8 ball. You already wasted a set of tires. You have to make your remaining 2 sets of tires go another 100 laps at this point. So
that's 50 more laps on that's 50 laps on each set of tires. Should you that's 50 more laps on. Actually, I would say about I would say actually about 50 laps on this current set if you're someone who took tires on that last stop, and then another 50 plus laps on the next set. So you're gonna have a lot on your plate here. You're really gonna have to stretch out those tires and hope the race goes green from this point forward if you're going to make it. As we see now, just again, it's just kind of getting comfortable, Colin. I mean, I don't know much about this track. I would have loved to have raced it. I want to race it probably tomorrow or later on tonight because I'm finally off of work. But yeah, just everyone's settling in now.
And the track is now warming up to what it was back in NIS or A Open. The track temp right now is 102 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's normal for these drivers right now. But obviously the wind, I think, is one of the bigger issues so far, where we're seeing a side wind making these cars tight coming off turn 2. And that is, I think, that's the area on this track where you can gain the most amount of time. Coming off turn 2, if you nail turn 2, wrap the bottom, I think you'll be very successful in the long run. If you don't, I think you'll lose a lot of time, because 3 and 4, everyone's running pretty much the same way as we see Godsey trying to work underneath Chris Webb. But really, this whole lap, I think, in my mind, is determined through turns 1 and 2. That sets you up for success the rest of the way around here. And right now, Shane Parrish, looking at the lap times, 30.3 last time by for Shane Parrish, but he is clean air. Next fastest guy is Ed Ryan, 30.3 in P4. Then Isaac Treese is also faster than our leader, Shane Parrish. So obviously there's speed back in the back of the field. The problem is, and luckily that we don't have Alan Duggar's family here to drink themselves to death to get alcohol poisoning, but we have dirty air to deal with. And that's such a big issue. Ed Ryan and Isaac Treese go side by side coming out of 4.
Yeah, we saw Nick Godsey take that spot away from Chris Webb there, and we can see that now Chris Webb has 2 guys bearing down on him. He's going to be in the middle of Isaac Treese and Ed Ryan. Let's see if he can even try and hold these guys off. I mean, they're hard charging right now. He's going to hold off Treese for now, but Ed Ryan's going to get around him and take that P3 spot away from the driver of the number 68.
And according to my telemetry, Billy Brickley has a meatball flag.
He has a meatball. Oh, yeah, I mean, something happened.
I think he just got loose coming out to turn 2.
Let's see if anything happened with him.
Hugh Brown also around as well.
Yeah, going on the replay now, just... Maybe Brickley got a flat. I don't know.
I think Brickley got loose coming out of 2. Hit the wall. Hugh Brown also got loose coming out of turn 2, lap 36.
Yeah, he hit the wall there.
No caution.
Yeah, it just didn't look like Billy Brickley was driving all that well, and Hugh Brown, as we see, just went around, and no caution on the track. Interesting. He was able to get it back rolling.
Both single car incidents, Billy Brickley was able to keep it going straight using the outside wall. Hugh Brown got loose exiting turn 2, looped it, but he went sliding down towards the inside of the racetrack, and that usually does not bring a caution out when it comes to NASCAR ovals on iRacing, so we're still green. Strategy is still the same for Shane Parrish. He's about 20 22 laps away from pitting, according to my math, if that's right. So,
yeah, according to Billy Brickley, earlier damage made the car unhappy. That'll do it.
And Brickley, unfortunately, will DNF, I think, for the first time this season. Unfortunate for him, but we'll see him next week as we head road course racing for the first time in the 2026 BSR Cup Series season. We head to Watkins Glen, and I'm very disappointed that you, my friend, won't be able to see it. I mean, you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it, but, you know, you're going on vacation, rightfully deserved.
Not next week.
Oh, you'll be here for Watkins Glen.
I'll be here for the Glen. It's Dover, and it's no. I think I'll even be here for Dover. It's Charlotte, or the All-Star race. I'll be here. I won't be here for Charlotte, and I won't be here for Nashville. Well, I don't know yet. We're still figuring out all the details. If I can break away from my family on Friday with the time difference and help stream and help broadcast this race, I will absolutely do it. But again, it's a very good trip to Poland for me. So it's all up in the air. But we will see if I will be joining our friend Colin Bester in the broadcast booth as we see Ed Ryan going on the outside of Trees. Trees getting a little loose as he's trying to take the position away. Collette goes around in the back with contact, I think, from Chris Webb. Is that going to bring out a caution?
Doesn't look like it's going to bring out a caution.
Collette gets it back going. He gets it back going. Looks like two of my picks, Collette and Brickley, have run into trouble. And that is that's going to hurt big time.
Yeah, looking back at that incident, looks like Chris Webb just got a little loose in front of him and hit the inside wall. Roland Collette basically had nowhere to go. Hopefully he doesn't have too much damage. He's obviously a fast car, but he's now at tail end Charlie in P11 right now. Certainly he's in no danger of going a lap down as we see him battling for Chris Schwartzman for 10th place. But Schatzman. What did I say? Schwartzman?
Schwartzman, yeah.
I was thinking of Spaceballs earlier today. I guess I had it on my mind.
Spaceballs. Speaking of trying to pass, Isaac Treese really working on Ed Ryan as he's slowing both of them down and pulling them back from Nick Godsey. Treese, he got a little loose, made a little bit of contact with the number 18, but it looks like Ed Ryan's been able to stay out front of the number 1 car of Isaac Treese, and Treese is now just going to try and he's going to try and make another run at it. I can't imagine that Treese is going to sit idly by and just let this race wind down without trying to make a pass.
Yeah, Ed Ryan was about 0.3 slower than the leader last time by. This time by, he picked it up. He's running actually faster than the leader. Something must have gone wrong the lap before, but for Isaac Treese right now, you're in the air and you're seeing Shane Parrish drive away from the field. So you're trying to pass Ed Ryan as quickly as possible.
Otero goes down low a little bit. He recovers, but he got loose coming out of 4, I think.
We see Roland Collette go one lap. Roland Collette making a pit stop. Hugh Brown goes one lap down on the field.
You know, usually this is about the time where we start talking about other sports.
It is.
But I don't wanna.
I'm having fun. I think, you know,
life hasn't been great in my sports land recently. Except for the OKC Thunder sweeping the Phoenix Suns.
How about
that? We saw Ed Ryan hit the wall a little bit there. But yeah, nice little sweep of the Phoenix Suns, getting ready for, I think it's going to be the Lakers or the Rockets in the next round. Unless that series has already been decided, but who knows? Lakers, Rockets against the Thunder.
How do you think I feel? My Knicks absolutely blow out the Hawks in Game 5 by 40 points and move on to the second round of the NBA playoffs. I'm very happy. I'm doing good.
Yeah, I mean, Knicks are certainly a threat to make it to the to the NBA championship where they're just simply going to lose to my OKC Thunder.
Yeah, I just don't see anyone coming out of the East to beat anyone in the West right now.
Yeah, it's either going to be the Spurs or the Thunder, and I got to tell you, the Thunder have more playoff experience than the Spurs. I think that the Spurs are going to be dangerous. They're dangerous this year. They're going to be very dangerous next year. That team with De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, and Victor Wembanyama is just absolutely monstrous. But again, when you have the MVP and MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, and Isaiah Hartenstein, Alex Caruso. I mean, you just have so many good players on that team. It's just, it's hard to not pick the Thunder. Even if you're, like, unbiased, like, not me, because I'm a Thunder fan, it's really hard to not pick them to win it all. I think we have an opportunity here. Something happened with Chris Webb, and he's going to be going down pit road.
I think he's on 50-lap old tires. He's on 50-lap old tires. That's why.
Oh, he's going to start. He's going to start the pit cycle. So we're starting pit cycles here in the BSR League. Chris Webb going down to get his first set, I assume.
Hugh Brown spun out again down the backstretch. He's getting going.
Hugh Brown, just not a good day for him today. He's just all over the place, not doing well at all.
And speaking of not doing well, I've been looking at the lap times for Nick Godsey. 30.6 3 laps ago. 30.7 2 laps ago. Last time by 30.9.
And he lost a spot to Ed Ryan.
He is 4/10 slower than Ed Ryan and Shane Parrish in front of him. I think the right front tire must be screaming in that number 8 machine right now, and Nick Godsey is just praying that his pit stop number is coming down ever so quickly, because he needs to come to pit road. He's just a bleeding time right now.
Yeah, Isaac Treese just took him on the inside. I mean, he's probably going to clear him here. Really not good for the number 8 car of Nicholas Godsey. Isaac Treese, just been really consistent all year, is going to make the pass on that number 8 machine, his teammate. And Shane Parrish, he's just set sail. Well, 1.5 seconds ahead of the number 18 of Ed Ryan. It's just, to me, it doesn't appear to be much of a contest what we're seeing right now. On this old tires, can you even hope to make a pass on Shane Parrish? I don't think so. I mean, Parrish has the highest I rating in this race right now, and I mean, without competition like Trevor Baxter and
Alan
Duggar, you're just not getting someone who's going to be running up front with him constantly. Aside from Nick Godsey, who we see is having a lot of speed issues right now, lack of speed. He's fallen back to 4th place after running 2nd for the longest time. He's really going to have to try. He's really going to have to pit soon. I mean, there's just, I give him, it's just bleeding spots. He has to pit. I think you got to come in now. A little bit early. You got to stop the bleeding. Undercut, try and make up spots. Do your best to save tires on this next run. It's just not working out for you.
And speaking of things not working out, Hugh Brown, our 3rd DNF of the day. Such a shame. He's had 2 self-spins coming off turn 2, getting loose, and that's ended his day. So we have 3 DNFs, Hugh Brown, Billy Brickley, and Shane Paul, who are out of the race. 11 laps, 11 cars remain on the racetrack, with only one currently a lap down, and we see Shane Parrish come to pit road.
Shane Parrish now starting the pit cycles. We could see Isaac Treese and Nick Godsey following him. I think that is a missed opportunity for the number 8 car, Nick Godsey. I really would have pitted on 55. I mean, you lose spots there. You just have to pit.
And Ed Ryan right now at the
Ed
front
Ryan's
of this
going to assume the lead. He's going to assume the lead, and I think he's going to try and run a little bit long this stop, maybe pit around lap 60, or no, he's going to come in right now. As we can see, he's slow on the backstretch. Ed Ryan now coming in.
The thing about this pit road is one of the most difficult pit roads on iRacing. That line, that solid, thicker line at the beginning pit road, that's pit road entry, folks. You have to get down to 45 miles an hour, and it's very tricky with this turn 3 and 4, how it just abruptly flattens out. A lot of speeding penalties this week that we've seen so far. Luckily, so far, no one has speeding penalties so far, so everyone's got on pit road very well. But Ed Ryan is our last person to make pit stops. But does that one extra lap, I think, help Ed Ryan in the long run? I don't think so.
I really don't think it would. I mean, if you're going to run longer than the leader, I really think, especially on the first green flag stop, you gotta make it. You gotta make it to where you're going to. God, I lost my train of thought. You're going to have to make it to the point where you can shorten the next pit stop because you ran so long, so you can run harder on this next set of tires. I really would have pit, honestly, around lap 60, lap 63. But also it just depends on how you saved your tires. So Ed Ryan, in my opinion, a questionable strategy, although he knows better than me. So I will just, I'm not going to come down too hard on the guy. But as we could see, the number 72 of Johnny Mahalchek has taken over the lead. And he's sitting pretty well right now, honestly. I mean, if a caution comes out, Shane Parrish, Chris Webb, Nick Godsey, Ed Ryan, Isaac Treese, Roland Collette, they're all stuck a lap down. You stay out, wait for a caution comes, you come in, you get tires, and you stay out front. That is that would be major for this for points for this number 72 car. He is coming up on that fuel window, though. Unless I think he actually took tires. He already pit and he took tires, so he's on a completely different strategy from these other Yahoos.
Actually, according to my telemetry, Roger Shelton, Johnny Mahalchek are the only people who have not pit so far this race.
They haven't pit at all?
They have not pit at all. They're lap 61 on their stint. Gus Otero pitted on lap 44. Actually, he pitted on the first caution, so he's on 44 lap old tires. So with Paul Danino, but Chris Schatzman, Shelton, and Johnny Mahalchek are all on the same lap, still running 61 lap old tires. As you see, Shane Parrish lap Mahalchek right now. He's back on the lead lap. He will become your presumptive leader once Danino, Schatzman, Shelton, Otero, and Mahalchek pit. So right now, Shane Parrish is one of probably the best at saving tires that I've seen on iRacing in a very long time. He knows how to get things done. He is not panicking at all whatsoever. I
mean, to be fair, he's had the speed in order to get he's had the pace in order to get that clean air out front, and he's made excellent use of it. And so, frankly, I really think that that Shane Parrish just has he's been doing better than anyone else right now. I mean, as we can see, Roger Shelton now pitting, Ed Ryan about to try and unlap himself from Johnny Mahalchek. And he'll go right underneath.
I think you waited for that caution. That caution's not going to come out. I think everyone is so spaced out, this grouping that Mahalchek is in. That's the closest bunch of cars that we have on the racetrack. With Shane Parrish already exiting turn 2. You have Chris Schatzman and Paul Danino currently working their way through 1 and 2 right now. As we see 3 wide, Mahalchek gets into the wall. Those tires
Webb and Otero out back.
I mean, Gus Otero now your new leader.
Yeah, Gus Otero for now. I mean, if you're Otero and Mahalchek and Danino and Schatzman, you've made your bed. You have to run the fuel out now.
Now, but if you're Otero, you can go a lot longer. You can go about 10 laps longer than Mahalchek. So for Otero, he's in a much better position right now. Paul Danino is still in the same boat as Gus Otero. Mahalchek and Schatzman will have to pit eventually here in a couple laps. But Danino and Gus Otero will be your front top 2 for the foreseeable future, at least probably the next 20 or so laps until Shane Parrish catches up to him, as we see Schatzman now go dive down in the pit road. But looking at the lap times, Gus Otero last time by 30.8, Shane Parrish 30.3. So right now already a half a second lap faster than Gus Otero with 40 lap fresher tires.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Otero, I mean, he can stay out longer. He's made his bed. He's just got to wait. He's got to wait and see. Just sit there, hope that the he's got to hope that that the caution comes out. Same with Mahalchek. I think Danino as well. Danino's not had a great day. He's shown a lot of speed in previous races, but today just has not been his day. As we can see, he's just stuck in the back of the field. I mean, don't be deceived right now. He is 10 seconds behind the leader in third place, and we could see Mahalchek biting the bullet and pitting. But Danino just has not had a good run today. He's been hanging out in the back of the pack, hoping for a caution so he can get back into this race. But I don't think it's going to happen. We've had one caution so far.
Yeah,
I really do think that this is it.
Over here. I'm trying to do math over here, see how far. So we had pit on lap 17. So Mahalchek went 68 laps on a set of tires.
There goes Gus Otero.
Comes in. Now I guess my math doesn't matter anymore because that's 51 lap difference. He was on 52, so he lapped 52. He's now pinning on lap 69.
That's a nice number.
Nice. So let's see here. Pitted on lap 69. Goes another 68. Nope. Nope. Hold on. My calculator's not working. 69 plus 68. If he decides to go, Paul Danino, because I know he still has one more set of tires, or Johnny Mahalchek still has one set of tires left. Based on their fuel saving, this is their last stop of the day.
For Danino, Mahalchek, and Otero?
For Danino and Mahalchek. If Mahalchek wins 68 laps on a tank of fuel, obviously when Mahalchek... Shane Parrish will have to come in before Mahalchek. Mahalchek, if he saves fuel, doesn't have to pit. I think Mahalchek is sort of in the strategy seat right now as we see Paul Danino come to pit road. Shane Parrish will resume the lead. Shocker.
Big
but
shocker. I mean, just never expected him to be out front.
I think Mahalchek can, if his fuel saving works, I think he could pull off an upset.
Yeah, the fuel. I mean, he's relying on a fuel race, which means this is going to have to go long, and he's really going to have to save tires and worry about it. It's going to be interesting. I kind of hope this race goes long, but we don't know. Danino's been known to pull rabbits out of his hat in the past, and you can always expect him to have something ready come any week. I mean, you don't really expect the guy to win very often, but you do. You always enjoy seeing him race because he's always going to pull something. You know that there's that potential that he'll pull something.
I think he can win, but last time I said he was slow, he threatened to sue me. So I'm just going to say he's quick.
Well, he hasn't had the pace today, certainly, but I think that's more of a strategy call. Again, I originally did think that he just didn't have it, but I think that he was actually saving tires. I really do think he was just saving tires, and now he's going to try and push it all the way to the end and make it on this set of tires. He can do it. He can do it. He has enough speed to where he can do it. We know he's a fast driver, and we know that he can. We know that he can make it on fuel, but it depends, man. With the guys running the more traditional route, a Shane Parrish, a Nick Godsey, or an Ed Ryan, even Isaac Treese, can you stay out in front of those guys when you're not running as fast and these dudes are on fresh tires giving it their all? It's a huge question that we have as we see Nick Godsey taking back P2 away from Ed Ryan.
Yeah, Nick Godsey's about a tenth faster than Shane Parrish right now. Shane Parrish probably in the lead, probably conserving some tires, conserving some fuel right now. Nick Godsey still a tenth faster that lifetime by 30.3 to a 30.2 for Nick Godsey. Doing the math as we're now on lap 59 to go, the only people who can make it on fuel are Schatzman, Otero, Mahalchek, and Danino. Everyone else is going to have to pit for fuel. The person who's going to have to pit fuel first is Chris Webb and Roland Collette. Collette pitted on lap 44. That's 31 laps ago. Chris Webb pitted on lap 50. That was 26 ago. So those two need a caution to sort of equalize this strategy. But if you're Shane Parrish, you probably need a caution too, because right now you're in your fuel window. You can make it on fuel if you stop here. The issue is, and I've seen this firsthand, and you'll see it probably later today, Elliot, if you race here at Texas, your tires go first. I mean, a 50-lap run, I had 30% wear on my right front and right rear. My tires are screaming. So, man, this is going to be an interesting race. I know Shane Parrish has basically dominated this race so far, but this is now a fuel strategy race, and anything can happen. As we see, Chris Webb, for some reason, has DNF'd.
Interesting. He just took himself out of the race? Huh.
According to my scoring pile, yeah, DNF'd.
Curious. But that'll be the end of the race for Chris Webb. Maybe he just felt that he didn't have it today. Yeah, he is off the track. Still pretty interesting coming down to these closing laps. Who's going to take it at the end? I still think Godsey's got a chance. You can't ever rule him out. He's just such a good racer. He should over the past year that I've known this man, he has been he's always been so consistent, and he's really started to find his pace, especially in these past I want to say 4 months. He's really started to turn it up, crank it up a notch. He's now he has been starting to take wins away in A Opens from Alan Duggar. I mean, he's shown a lot of speed, a lot of potential. He's been doing excellent. And
yeah,
I'm really
Shane
happy
Parrish.
to see what this guy's done. Good friend of mine, Nick Godsey. Always happy to see him do well in his racing endeavors.
And, you know, it's really tough to beat Alan Duggar. Godsey's done it before, but beating Shane Parrish is probably another level. I mean, he's a coach. He is an oval racing coach. He's taught me some oval tips that I'll gladly share with you at the end of this race. As unfortunately, according to my telemetry, Roland Collette, black flag.
Oh, no.
He is now going to serve a pit road penalty, and that will certainly put him one lap down and out of contention.
Well, he didn't need that. He already used his mulligan when he spun out earlier on, or when he got spun by Chris Webb earlier on, and now he's now it looks like he's he's completely out of contention. No way that he can get back into it. I think Collette's just done. Now, according to our resident information acquirer, Phil Amsden, he says that it appears that Chris just dropped out. His internet connection or an accidental Alt F4, something like that happened, but it looks like he just left.
Roland Collette also has left the race. He is our 5th DNF of the night. Such a shame for him to get a black flag. Certainly that probably led to him getting out of the race, but 9 drivers so far on the lead lap.
Yeah, 9 drivers, 8 drivers on the lead lap. Not the number 9 is that of Paul Danino, still 1 lap down, but still very much in contention because the rest of these guys are going to have to pit, and he doesn't have to. I'm excited to see what's going to happen at the end of this race. Is Paul Danino going to eke out a win, and will we get to not interview him at the end of the race because he'll refuse to come up and be interviewed? Which is a real shame.
Paul Danino has to get through a couple of people in front of him. He has to get through Johnny Lahalchek. He has to get through Schatzman, but ultimately the person in the catbird seat right now is Gus Otero, pitted 15 laps ago on lap 69. Nice. And he's certainly put himself in the catbird seat to win this race if it comes a fuel mileage race. But right now, Shane Parrish continuing to lead the way. 30.261 last time by. Nick Godsey, 30.21. And Ed Ryan is currently your fastest on track, 30.149.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing 2 different types of strategies here, the fuel-saving route and the speed route. and it's split pretty evenly. We got the top 4 going all in on racing each other till the end. Very organic, and the other 5 are, I think, just trying to save their way to a top 5, top 10 finish, or top 5 finish. Maybe even a victory. Otero, I think, has a really good shot at it. Danino, a good shot. Mahalchek and Shelton, really good shot. Again, if you're ever in Greenville, South Carolina, please check out Tint Solutions. Roger Shelton owns the company. They do window tint, and they do a great job. So if you're ever in the area, please contact him. Yeah, no, coming to the closing, coming to about, like, I want to say, like, 45-ish laps to go.
47 laps to go this time by.
47 to go this time by. We have Shane Parrish right now still leading. Godsey's starting to close the gap a little bit. This could get interesting. This could get interesting, Colin.
Yeah,
Nick Godsey may have saved the best. He's gaining. He's gaining. He was about 1 second back. Now he's about 9/10. Went back to 1 second, but
yeah, he was about a second and a half back about 10 laps ago. Now he's worked his way up. He's just ever so slightly catching Shane Parrish in front of him. Nick Godsey ran a 30.2 last time by. Shane Parrish to a 30.3. Godsey already a 10th faster than him. Isaac Treese Isaac Treese is currently the fastest inside this top 4 with 30.2 last time by. But Treese 1.7 back from Shane Parrish.
Yeah, I mean, we could see anyone in the top. I still think this is anyone's race with the 2 different strategies. I think it's going to be really, really cool to see the finish here. I'm hoping it comes down to the wire. We might not get that, but again, this has just been a really technical race, a really interesting race. Very organic race, if you ask me. I mean, I think that, like, the guys who we know don't typically have a lot of speed, the Gus Oteros and the Chris Schatzmans and the Johnny Mahalcheks, who aren't going to be, I'm not saying they're slow, but they're not going to be competing with the likes of Trevor Baxter, Alan Duggar, Shane Parrish up at the front. But they have gotten on this this fuel saving strategy that could see them finish ahead of Shane Parrish, Nick Godsey, Ed Ryan, and Isaac Treese here. I really think that it's still anyone's race. We could see this work out for the better.
Yeah, usually, you know it better than I do. The fastest cat usually doesn't win the race most of the time. It's usually who puts a better race together over the long run. Right now, Gus Otero in the catbird seat, having that great run. He's had a couple trials and tribulations so far this season, so to him to walk away right now, if the race ended with a top 5, would be a win in his book. Going into probably one of the toughest racetracks that we have on the circuit next week at Watkins Glen, throws these oval guys a loop when we go road course racing. But you know, a lot of these guys do road course racing on the side, so usually it's probably not going to be as tough as it was, I don't know, a couple of years ago when we just talked about oval drivers and road course drivers, and they would come out every time the NASCAR schedule went to a road course. Now everyone does run road courses, so everyone is capable to go to Watkins Glen, and I'm very excited about that as a road course guy myself, having our first road course race of the season, our first of 3. That's going to be very fun.
I'll be honest, I'm not too much of a road course fan. I really like the ovals. I mean, just road course racing to me, it may sound a bit weird to you, Colin, but I get bored of it. I get a little bored of it.
I mean, if you think about it, ovals are cars going in circles. Road courses are cars going in squiggly circles. So, you know, it's all a matter of perspective. As we see Ed Ryan work on the back bumper of Nicholas Godsey for P2. Ed Ryan has shown a lot of speed today, and he's had a couple rough weeks so far. He's had a couple strong finishes. I would say flashes of brilliance would describe Ed Ryan's 2026 season so far. But certainly having a good run inside the top 3, been inside the top 5 all day. But him trying to chase down our leader, Shane Parrish, who's, I guess the gap has settled at 1.4 seconds over Shane Parrish and Nick Godsey.
Yeah, but Godsey's really slowed down. I really think that he tried to use up a little bit too much of his stuff, and I really think that it would benefit Godsey if he pit around lap 100, get that undercut going. before he loses too much time to guys like Ed Ryan and Isaac Treese in the back. Just get the stop over with, get back out front, try and hold on for that lead, get that clean air. That's the kind of thing that we need to see that we should see from Nick Godsey, at least what I want to see. If Nick Godsey really is going to have a chance, because he's just not getting Shane Parrish right now. Shane Parrish is just way out front. Gap settled back to 1.5 seconds. He's really bleeding time now.
Yeah, and with about 25 laps to go for Shane Parrish and the fuel window, he's hoping for a caution. Godsey too, Ed Ryan, Isaac Treese, they're all hoping for cautions. They would be back on level playing field, but right now Gus Otero, looking at the telemetry, he's just entering turn 3. Shane Parrish right down the back, and he's working to put these 4 cars who pitted about, I don't know, 20 to 30 laps after Shane Parrish. He's trying to work them a lap down.
I mean, it's just a testament to his speed. He's just able to like go at them with everything he has. Shane Parrish, an amazing driver, really fast. A lot we can learn from Shane Parrish and the way that he drives. I mean, once my schedule kind of frees up a little bit, I'm definitely gonna start racing more often, get back into it. I certainly am trying to glean as much possible as I can from Shane Parrish. He's just such a good driver. Ed Ryan struggling right now behind Nick Godsey. He is there though. Can he try and make the pass here pretty soon? He's going to go on the outside, trying to pass that number 8 car on the inside. It's just not happening.
Long way around, but you'll have momentum coming down the back. Speaking of momentum, our Talladega winner in the NASCAR Cup Series, Carson Hocevar.
Oh, God.
Which we got to talk about that victory. That was probably one of the most
we don't have to talk about the victory.
But
we don't have to talk about it.
It is a NASCAR triple header this week, as everyone heads to Texas Motor Speedway, and Carson Hocevar is currently your leader in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race. Gio Ruggiero P2, Caden Honeycutt P3, Tyler Ankrum P4, Chandler Smith P5, Kyle Busch outside the top 10. Your boy Ty Majeski P9.
Can't even find speed in a truck car now. This is terrible for Kyle.
And your highest running Ram, Parker Kligerman.
We just saw Roger Shelton is in the pits. Roger Shelton has pit.
That's interesting to me because he had the fuel to make it, unless he did a short stint thinking there would be a caution in the next couple of laps or so. That's interesting to me that he pitted so quickly because he had the fuel to make it to the end.
Maybe it's just a tire situation, or maybe he used too much fuel. Maybe we had the math wrong. Who knows? But Shelton is going to pit it. Let's see what else is going to happen now.
See Shane Parrish trying to work Chris Schatzman one lap down. Johnny Mahalchek in front of them. Shane Parrish is not going to clear Schatzman coming off turn 2. Schatzman's going to have the momentum, but looks like in 3 and 4, Shane Parrish is going to say goodbye. He does. Now Schatzman one lap down.
Looks like Mahalchek and Otero are still trying to keep that dream alive.
Isaac Treese come to pit road.
Treese is now in. I think we could see Godsey come in any minute now. I think that would be most beneficial. You got to pit now if you're Nick Godsey. You're going to try both Ed Ryan and Nick Godsey. You're about 2 seconds back from Shane Parrish. Undercut him. Try and get as much time back as you possibly can.
Thing about exiting pit road is you have cars all around this track right now. Is hoping if you do pit, as we see Ed Ryan getting a little loose coming off turn 4. He looks like he was trying to make it to pit road. He does not make it to pit road. That certainly will hurt Ed Ryan's day. But, I think if you're going to do the undercut, you have to come out in clean air. You have to come out in clean track so you can put the fastest laps you possibly can down on the racetrack in order to help your standing here, to have a shot to beat Shane Parrish. But I just think with the fuel saving that Gus Otero, Mahalchek have done, I think that's not enough, as we're now under 30 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. The pay window's coming open here in the Lone Star State, and currently Shane Parrish has all the chips in his corner.
Shane Parrish looking really, really good right now. 29 laps to go Can Shane Parrish hold on? We'll see. Isaac Treese undercutting him. We'll see how that's going to work out. I think it could very much work out in his favor should Nick Godsey and Ed Ryan still stay behind. It looks like I think Ed Ryan's coming into pit now. Yes, he is. Nick Godsey staying out another lap. Trying to push it as much as he can. I think he's got to come in real soon, though.
According to my math, Shane Parrish has about 15 laps or so of fuel. That's a very conservative estimate. 15 laps or so of fuel. He can make it to lap, 128, 125. Take 2 tires, try to lose as little speed as he can on pit road. But if you're Mahalchek, Gus Otero, you're not coming in. It's certainly the fight between these two right now. Currently 0.5 of a second separate them on the racetrack. So this will be interesting moving forward. But without a caution anytime soon, your bet is made for Shane Parrish and Nick Godsey. You should have came, I think, 10 laps ago, so you have the fresher tires. But as we speak of the devil, Shane Parrish coming down pit road. Nick Godsey also coming down pit road.
Godsey, a little loose there. We can see Ed Ryan coming out of pit road in that clean air. Excellent for him, and looks like they're going to be this could get very interesting. Gus Otero now is going to try and assume the lead. If he could just get the car around fast enough, he'll be able to hold on and get that lead away from Shane Parrish, and maybe even hold on to the end of this race.
Looks like the Shane Parrish and Nick Godsey both took 4 tires, trying to go all out towards the end of this race. But we're seeing they're still on pit road, or they're coming out of pit road now. Gus Otero entering turn 3 now. Basically,
with Mahalchek. Mahalchek's about 0.4 back from him. This is going to be a battle for both of these guys. Paul Danino, 18 seconds back. He's coming out behind, well, actually with Nick Godsey. Something's going on with Godsey. Looks like he may have gotten loose on the bottom. Or he just came out of pit road. I don't know. But he was not fast there for a second.
Godsey
he was off the pace.
Lap.
Shane Parrish really gaining a lot of time on Nick Godsey. About 6 seconds, though. That's not good for Godsey. Costly mistake there. Parrish 12 seconds. Can Shane Parrish make 12 seconds on Gus Otero with 24 laps?
I mean, it's certainly possible, but
keep your eyes on the Delta, man. This is gonna come down to the wire, I think.
Godsey last time by 30.5. Shane Parrish 29.5. 1 second faster than Gus Otero.
Yeah, but how long is that gonna last? And then he's gonna have Schatzman and Mahalchek to contend with, but Mahalchek is really close now to Gus Otero, both trying to extend that fuel window as much as possible. I told you this was going to get exciting. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. I'm having a lot of fun with this one.
Shades of Bristol from a couple weeks ago. We thought people were out of it. We thought pit strategy would come down. We see Alan Duggar got the win at Bristol, basically passing 2 cars in the final 2 laps as Johnny Mahalchek dives to the inside of Gus Otero, looking to take the lead away.
Looks like Mahalchek is going to get that lead. The number 72 has not really been out front this whole Cup Series season here in the BSR League. He's now going to try and take the spot away from Gus Otero. 2 fuel savers right now fighting for first place.
And that delta is still a second off. Shane Parrish still 0.9 a lap faster last time by than the leaders. Obviously, these two are fighting side by side, so that's not going to help their cause any further. Shane Parrish is quickly going to make that jump. Right now, 9 seconds is the gap between Johnny Mahalchek and Shane Parrish.
Do they have enough time for that delta my question is, do Mahalchek and Gus Otero have enough time left in order? They need to have enough time. They have to. They need that time. If that tire fall off point hits, Shane Parrish is going to have one hell of a time trying to catch these guys. They're still running side by side. They're slowing each other down, not helping each other's case at all, but they're desperate. I mean, looking at how far back Godsey, Ryan, and Treese are, this is really going to come down to the wire. You could see Mahalchek and Otero both getting very good finishes out of this. Either way you slice it, they may not win, but they will get good finishes. Should they keep it clean, they are fighting for every inch right now. This is intense racing.
Last time by, Parrish was 9/10 faster. This last time by, Parrish was 5/10 faster.
Only 5/10? We're hitting that fall-off point. Oh, no, he's gaining time now. He's gaining time. 8 seconds is the delta with 19 laps to go. Parrish might be slowed down by Schatzman, but who knows? Oh, boy, here we go. Otero and Mahalchek. Two guys who would not... You have
5 laps.
Yeah. Yeah, this is great. This is great racing right now we're seeing. They're fighting for it. I mean... Otero just burning his stuff up on that high lane, but he's getting the run off. I think he slides up high, and he's going to continue to hold the spot, it looks like, away from Mahalchek.
And that's what Gus Otero needed to get clear of Johnny Mahalchek. Have control of your line. Race your line. Hopefully extend this delta out. 6.5 right now, 6.6. It is growing. Gus Otero had a big run down the front stretch. We'll see what the lap time is for Shane Parrish. 30. We're now in the 30 bracket. So Shane Parrish ran 5/10 faster than Gus Otero this time by, but Gus Otero now has clean air. And this will probably see the difference between these two drivers right now as the laps are quickly ticking away.
Yeah, Parrish is going to have to really step on it now here. He's going to be coming up to Chris Schatzman, and Schatzman's going to give him all that dirty air. It doesn't matter how, even if Schatzman gets out of Parrish's way, it's still going to be difficult for Shane Parrish to pass him because of that dirty air. And the only lane you can really run on that's fast is that bottom lane. Parrish, once looked like a victory pretty much secured, now in doubt, as that delta really has not changed that much. He's right on the back bumper of that number 24 of Chris Schatzman. That dirty air really going to bother him coming out of turn 4 onto the front stretch. Schatzman still running hard.
Schatzman basically giving...
He's going to give him the spot here. Going to run way up high. And Parrish is now going to have that clean air, but he lost some time. He definitely did not need to see that happen. Gus Otero just has a clean racetrack out front. Mahalchek out back 4/10. Could we see that? Could we see that gap close? Could we see even Isaac Treese make a play at it here? Who knows? 14 to go. Starting to get a little bit intense here.
Shane Parrish last time by, the only driver outside of Nick Godsey in the 29-second bracket. 7/10 faster than the leader. He's catching him 7/10. If this holds about 3 laps, he'll be on the back bumper of Johnny Mahalchek. But Johnny Mahalchek's not going to let this go by without a fight. He's going to fight him. And will that dirty air become an equalizer for Mahalchek? But Shane Parrish, I think, is on basically 40-lap fresher tires. He has the speed right now. It's basically, I think, right now with Shane Parrish, as long as he gets through traffic cleanly, he's not losing this race.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think Otero's going to give him all he can handle. You talk about Mahalchek giving him all he can handle and trying to slow him down. I really think that Otero's going to pull out all the stops to try and stop Shane Parrish from passing him. Victory is within reach for the number 76 of Gus Otero. I mean, I did not think. 12 to go. The gap is shrinking, but not as quickly. Can Gus Otero hold on? He has to go. He has to go all out here. He has to. There's nothing else he can do. He has to go all out. Full speed ahead, full steam ahead. Just go for it. It's still hovering around 4 seconds with 11 laps to go.
Yeah, Shane Parrish didn't make up as much time as I thought he would in that last time by. Certainly making most of his time up coming out of turn 2, which is really, really helping him with those fresh tires. Obviously, that's the difference between fresh and new tires. As last time by, Otero 30.4, Shane Parrish 30 flat.
I think it's pretty much safe to say that Treese, Ryan, and Godsey will not be running for the win today. they are sure to get some good finishes out of this one. I don't think they'll even catch Michalczek. I think this strategy definitely worked out for Michalczek in his point situation. And we can see Michalczek's teammate, Roger Shelton, I think is going to play a big factor into whether or not Shane Parrish is going to be able to pass them. Well, looks like maybe not. Maybe Shelton's just going to try and pass and get back on the lead lap. Who knows? I think he could really help out his teammate right now by slowing down Shane Parrish. 10 laps to go, 9 laps to go with 3 seconds worth of a gap between Gus Otero and Shane Parrish. Oh man, oh my God, this is getting intense. I don't know. I don't know what I want to see. I don't know what I want to see. Do I want to see a fuel-safe victory coming down to the wire, or do I want to see Shane Parrish just blow his way right past these guys? I don't know. Again, we win as broadcasters. This is great.
And it looks like Roger Shelton in between Michalczek and Gus Otero. That could play a factor, as Roger Shelton running basically 0.2 slower than Shane Parrish last time by 30.1. But, I mean, the gentleman's agreement is that you're lap down, you'll get out of the way, let the leader go by.
You are under no obligation to let the leader by or let anyone by when you're a lap down.
In iRacing, the blue flag is sort of a suggestion, and unless you're in multi-class racing, the blue flag is something you'd listen to. But we're all racing next-gen cars, so the blue flag is just a suggestion, letting you know that the leader is behind you. As we see Shane Parrish get closer to the back bumper of Johnny Michalczek. One little interesting thing.
Is Michalczek going to hold him up here? Let's see in this turn right now. Nope, Michalczek's going to go high. Parrish is going to go low. Parrish is going to clear Johnny Michalczek. That might spell disaster for Gus Otero. 1.7 seconds now separate Shane Parrish and Gus Otero, with only lap down Roger Shelton in front of Shane Parrish, and he is on the back bumper of Otero. Otero's running out of steam here, but Parrish is running out of laps.
Yeah,
6 to go.
Thing. And that's the interesting thing, because these cars, for some reason, don't have the diffuser underneath them. It's interesting to see that. I don't know if there's something different. I don't know if iRacing didn't model something, but if you get back on the rear bumper and just dump air on the rear bumper, you can get loose, extremely loose. And, for Shane Parrish, that's one of these ways to get around. If he can't get around Gus Otero on speed, he can certainly use the air to manipulate him. But we're coming to 5 laps to go. Gus Otero has almost
0.8 of a second lead. He's got 0.8 of a second. It's shrinking now. It's shrinking. He's there. Yeah, I mean, he's right now. Otero's got his hands full trying to fend off the lap down of Roger Shelton right now. But Shane Parrish is right there with 4 laps to go. Oh, this could get interesting. This could get very interesting. I mean, Shane Parrish has certainly hit the fall-off point, but Gus Otero's well beyond that. Shelton right now really putting pressure on Otero, and he's going to create a wall of air for Shane Parrish. Oh. Shelton's going to get on the inside of Otero. Where's Shane Parrish going to go now?
I think that's
he's going to follow him. He's going to follow him. I think that's it. 3 to go. You were right on the money. Shane Parrish caught Gus Otero with 3 to go, and he's going to reassume the lead.
And I think that's all she wrote, folks. Shane Parrish basically kept his head down, running 29-second laps for the past 4 or 5 laps, able to get up to the front. Now he is just going to check out from Gus Otero, and barring a caution, he'll take a dominating win here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Heartbreaker for the 76 of Gus Otero. Just could not hold on long enough. Either way, the strategy worked out for him. He's going to have a P2 here unless he wrecks. But either way, with 2 to go, you get past, you're thinking to yourself, damn it, what could have been? I'm one of the people who would rather come in last than come in second and have a chance. Last lap here, Shane Parrish coming into turn 1. Excellent drive by Shane Parrish. Showed speed all day, led almost every single lap, led the majority of laps today. And he's going to walk away with a very dominant win. Got a little hairy there at the end with the fuel saving from Gus Otero and Johnny Michalczek. But Shane Parrish, coming out of turn 4, is going to get the win here at Texas Lone Star State. We have our winner, the number 66 of Shane Parrish.
Our third win of the season for Shane Parrish. You know, he came back from his trip to Aruba, won that race. He's won 2 of the last 3 races so far. So already a quarter of the way done through the BSR Cup Series season, and Shane Parrish looks to go into the summer with all of the momentum.
All of the momentum indeed. Shane Parrish, I think maybe going to Aruba and getting that tan is good for you. If you want to run a race, guys, in the BSR League, consider going to Aruba for a few weeks. You'll come back with a lot of pace. Not like Parrish was lacking in pace before then, but you can see him burn it down. A well-deserved win for the driver of the number 66. And surprising P2 and P3 finishes Gus Otero and Johnny Mahalchak. Yeah.
We just saw a dominating race from start to finish out of Shane Parrish, and obviously for him going, I think what really speaks to me coming out of this race is the domination we've seen. I don't think we've seen a dominant performance like this all season so far in the BSR Cup Series League. And for Shane Parrish to do what he did tonight, basically have the race to himself. You know, the next fastest guy compared to him was out today. He, you know, taking some well-deserved fambling time. Shane Parrish came into this race with the opportunity to capitalize. And if the math leads out, Brandon Sanders and our race control team is working that out right now. But Shane Parrish could be leaving Texas as the point winner or the point leader going into the first test for the summer, going into the All-Star race, going into Watkins Glen, going into our longest race of the year, which is the Coke 600. Obviously, what a great start to the season for Shane Parrish, and that may catapult him to a great finish as we get to Daytona later this summer and the playoffs start for us. So this is a very exciting time for Shane Parrish. Dominant win. What else can you say? He kind of stunk up the show, I think, in my opinion, Elliot.
I don't know if he stunk it up. He certainly put one on for us, but I think now it's time to bring in our third place finisher, Johnny Mahalchak. Let's bring him up. Johnny, good to see you. It's Colin and Elliot up in the booth. How are you doing, man?
Pretty good.
You had a one hell of a third place finish today, man. The fuel strategy certainly worked out for you in some capacity. Take us through the race and what made you choose the fuel strategy route?
Well, I ran an NIS earlier this week, and I realized that I could do it because of how smooth I am with the throttle. And I had a really good setup, thanks to Roger Shelton for building it. Everyone at No Excuses Racing, RSR Racing, Junior Motorsports. It's been an amazing ride this week. It's just been an amazing setup. So I had a feeling I can go all the way. If I can make 67 laps the first run, that'd leave me at 66 for the second run. And I just didn't have enough to keep hold off, Shane at the end and Gus. But
Well, I mean, man, you did a great job. This is your best finish all year, so congratulations for that. What can we expect from you in the coming weeks?
hopefully more top fives. Hopefully I keep moving up in the points and just hopefully be there at the end, competing for something. Goal is top 3 in points this year, so hopefully I can get to that.
Well, if you keep running like this, you're well on your way. Colin, you got anything for him?
Yeah, man, what a great finish. You had a little bit of a rough week at Talladega, now rebounding to a top 3 here at Texas. What sort of momentum does this give you going into probably one of the most interesting weeks of the season so far as we head to our first road course race next week?
Wish me luck. Since road course is not my strong suit for sure, but I'm gonna practice my tail off all week, and hopefully I can get a little bit better and be able to come out with a top 5 there as well.
Well, Johnny, we wish you luck, man. Awesome race today. Great strategy. Hope to see more of you up here in the booth with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Before we go, is there anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Roger for the building setups, RSR Racing, No Excuses Racing. Shout out to my wife for allowing me to do this on a Friday night, even though it's not the perfect time for her. But thank you for the support for everybody from everybody else.
All right, Johnny. Congratulations on the P3. We'll catch you next week at Watkins Glen.
All right, thank you. You
Bye.
guys have a great one and
You
great
too.
job on the broadcast.
Really
Thank you.
appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, see ya. All right, let's get our P2 finisher Gus Otero up here. Gus, it's Elliot and Colin in the booth. How are you doing, man? Gus, you there?
Oh, hey, how you guys doing? Sorry.
Hey, buddy.
We're doing great, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Doing great, man. It's a good finish, good race overall by everybody. Just one caution, I think. So it's a really good race.
Really, really close to the win there at the end. Shane Parrish caught you with 3 laps. Take us through those last laps. That strategy. What went right and what didn't go right for you there?
Well, I knew I had to do something different from them, as far as pitting and just a different strategy. And I said, well, if we don't get a caution, I should have enough to finish. But he was fast, so. And I saw all the way at the end, like the last, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 laps, he was catching up. I was like, oh, I think he's gonna do it. And my tires were, they were just shot. By then, I had like 65 laps on them, so I tried to do what I could. Second P2, so good race.
Yeah, man. Really happy to see you running up front, man. This is a bit of a change from the norm with Alan Duggar not being here, and neither Trevor Baxter. I feel like you saw an opportunity and you took it and you made the most out of it. I gotta ask though, do you think you could have won should you not have had to have raced Mahalchek and Shelton there at the end?
Possibly, I did have I overshot the pits on the pit stop. So I think that hurt me a little bit. I don't know how much, if it would have, if I had good pit stop. But between that and, a little bit of everything, maybe I could have had a shot to win, but, you know, I don't know.
Colin, you got anything for him?
Yeah, man, great job today coming away with the top 3. Was there anything you could have done differently, or was the strategy call really your only shot to win with the speed that Shane Parrish showed tonight?
Yeah, I think that was the only, he had speed, man. He definitely had the speed. Um, so I think my best option was doing the different strategy, different pit, and because I knew they had to pit, and I didn't. Um, but my car, wasn't as fast as theirs, so it was just a matter of taking a chance, where they're gonna have enough time to catch back up to me. He was fast, and he did. So congrats to him.
All right, Gus. Before we head out here, is there anyone you want to thank?
Thank God, and family, BSR team. Um, just thankful. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome, Gus. Congratulations on the P2. Hope to see more of you up. Hope to see more of you up in the up front, and hope to see you up in the broadcast booth again as well. Hoping you win a race this year, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I also hope I win one too.
Well, keep doing stuff like this, and you're on your way, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. See you. Bye.
Congratulations.
See ya.
All right, let's bring up our race winner, Shane Parrish. Shane, Colin, and Elliot up in the booth. How you doing?
Colin and Elliot, I'm doing great. I won at one of my favorite tracks.
awesome win for you. Came down to the wire. You were dominant all day long until that very end with Gus Otero and Johnny Mahalchek on that fuel strategy. What was your mentality when you learned you had to chase them down and potentially even like did you even think that you wouldn't be able to chase them down and win the race?
Well, I was saving quite a bit there on that, second pit stop because I was out about 3.5 seconds, and those guys came up to me and about, got down to 1 second. Then I decided to pick it up a little bit. So if I wouldn't have done that, thinking, I'm going to do 2 tires here towards this pit stop. I'm going to run as long as I can and do 2 tires, make an adjustment, come back out and go. But then a couple of the guys behind me started pitting, and I'm like, well, yeah, I guess I'll just go in and take 4-2. So I cost myself 2.5 seconds on those guys right there, which would have put me right out pretty close to their bumper. But I got to thinking about it. I came out, it was about 25 to go, and I went back and looked at my stint analyzer, and a couple things have gotten. I'm like, when did they last pit? Okay, here. And I got to doing the figures in my head. I'm like, they can make it. I got to go. Right now, I got to go. I got to just drive it 105% every lap. And that's exactly what I did, which I normally wouldn't do. But I knew it was a short run. If I wouldn't have done that, I would never have caught him.
I mean, you played it perfectly. The pit strategy was perfect to catch Gus and Johnny. You did again. It was masterclass what we saw today. I mean, you had the speed. You put a lot of pressure on the other drivers. You stayed out front, even when Nicholas Godsey was hard charging from behind. And Ed Ryan, you were able to just keep your cool and stay out front, man. It was a great job. Colin, you got anything for him?
Yeah, man, Shane, I think you were the class of the field all night. What does it say about winning at one of your favorite tracks? And also, you won 2 of the past 3 races so far. How do you feel about carrying this momentum into the summer where we have, a lot of different racetracks coming up? Watkins Glen, we have the Coke 600, we have Nashville, Michigan, we have another road course race. What does it feel like carrying momentum and closing that points lead to Alan Duggar?
Oh, by the way, Alan, if you're watching, you ain't the only two in a row winner now. I'm tied with you. Anyway, I just had to tell Alan that. But what do I think about that? I'm really horrible at road courses. I'll be lucky if I can get a top 10. I don't even usually run them. So I'm going to run them. I won't be surprised if I don't spin or miss a few corners and probably have a banged up car by the end of the night. But that's okay. I mean, I need to start doing it. I need to start learning it, get better at it. I stayed ahead of those guys tonight, and I seen them coming, and I'm like, I'm not going to run my car 105%, and I knew the dirty air was there, so I just drove the track and said, I'm going to run 95, 97, and then I knew in 20 laps, a few laps I had to run it a little bit harder just to pick it up a little bit, not let them get there, but I knew their tires would get hot and would wear, and then I would just be able to cruise at 95% and just pull away, which is what happened. And it usually does. I mean, that's the big thing about the drivers and what I coach our team here is stop racing the cars around you and race the track. Like for that pass, 2 in one corner, I knew exactly what was going to happen when he went under him. He was going to go in too hard. He was going to push up. All I had to do was drive the corner deep, hit the brake hard, get the car down to where that nose pointed, and just floor it. And I knew I'd go right around him, and that's exactly what happened there, too.
Well, yeah, Shane, I mean, ultimately, fantastic job today, man. Before we head out, is there anyone you want to thank? Yeah, is there anyone you want to thank?
Always people I want to thank. I want to thank you, Elliot, Colin, up there in the booth. I mean, you guys do a fantastic job up there. Love going down, whether I win, get wrecked out, Christ. Love watching them and going through them the next couple of days. That's a lot of fun. I think Brandon and letting me come aboard here, and Alan, all of them up there on the the admin team, all the guys that are there that I work with and really have really started to like a lot. Except for Alan because he keeps up with me too close. But all the guys are just great. It's a great league, and I think with the way we're running this, I know the way we're running this and the way things are going that it's going to be great. So I want to thank BSR, the entire league. I want to thank Ryko for that tremendous bad butt setup this week. That was just killer. Once you learned how to drive it, they came out with a third set, I think Wednesday, and it was just a rocket. So I want to thank them. I want to thank my wife for letting me do as much practice as I have this last week. I mean, I've been on this thing probably, I'd have to say I have to go look, but I bet I put in 4,000 plus laps here at Texas this week. So trying to get ready and get where I wanted to be, a lot of dedication, and she has a lot of dedication. She's an awesome woman. I love her a lot. So other than that, I love y'all, just not as much as my wife. And I hope you all have a great weekend coming up. Be safe. If you drink, don't drive.
Thanks, Shane. Always a pleasure to have you up here, man. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
You too. Bye. All right, Colin. Well, I think that's going to do it for the race here at Texas Motor Speedway. I'm excited for next week and for the rest of the season, man. I mean, if we get any type of the racing that we had this week here, I think that we can certainly see a lot of fun racing coming up. Again, like I think that Watkins Glen's going to be a really fun track to watch. I think it's going to be a bit of a change of pace. But Colin, what do you have to say about that?
Man, what a resounding win for Shane Parrish today. Probably leading the most laps, taking the points lead away from Alan Duggar. It's going to be a very exciting fight for the points battle all the way down to Homestead. But first, we got to get through about 15 or so more races before we set up a championship battle. So for Shane Parrish and Alan Duggar, they're pretty much the class of the field so far. Everyone's trying to chase them. And we head to our first road course race of the season next week, and I'm super excited about that. That should be a fun time, so I can't wait to call that one with you, brother.
I'm really excited for it, man. Yeah, excited to call it with you as well, man. So I think that's going to do it for us here at the BSR League, Cup Series League. And so with that, hope you guys have a rest of your day. And like Shane said, if you drink, don't drive, and have a good rest of your guys' day. Bye-bye.